If you follow me for any amount of time, you will know that I have severe umbrage with the Holy Post podcast and any type of progressive Christianity uh, type of a platform that pushes out this behavior modification instead of spiritual transformation type of Christianity and uses it to their platforms to guilt trip anybody who has a political or ideological belief that is not commonplace in the culture and is not popular with the message that they peddle and they push. I want you to listen to this uh, clip right here from one of the hosts of the Holy Post podcast around some of the responses of the Charlie Kirk assassination. Watch this right here.
Matt Walsh. Yeah, it's too late to turn the temperature down. This is not a time to hold hands. It's a time for justice. This is a time for good to fight back against evil. It is time for the righteous to prevail. The most confounding thing to me about Christians saying stuff like this is this idea of it's too late to turn down the temperature. Like the idea that human political disagreements can be ratcheted up to the level of existential risk to such a degree that violence is justified is so anti-Christian, because it assumes that like here and now is all there is. And so if there are resources that are scarce, I have to fight for them. If there are battles that need to be won, I need to destroy the other side. And we've lost completely the beauty of the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. If you believe that Christ is returning, that should motivate you to say,
I can't listen anymore to what she said. Basically, what she's doing, she is demonizing this statement and inserting intent from Matt Walsh's response to the Charlie Kirk assassination. By the way, assassination, an assassination, a successful assassination, and she's demonizing the intent to make it sound like that what we are after is violent. How violent has the entire Christian conservative movement been? How violent? Oh, it hasn't been? Okay, maybe you want to check your brain or something, like check your intent. I don't know what she is talking about. She is obviously oblivious to the spiritual battle that is taking place, and our call as Christians in this hour to engage more with the gospel message in our communities. You know, her version of Christianity, if you follow this podcast, is not about the resurrection of Christ. It's not about the forgiveness of sins. It's not about God's redemptive plan to restore humanity back to him. It's about behavior modification and the fact that you will be saved when you conform to social justice causes. There is a spiritual war for the fabric and around the DNA of our nation. And if we engage in that, we're somehow anti-biblical Christian nationalists and whatever other name they have for us. This podcast is a propaganda, deceptive kind of machine for progressive Christian movement that works toward the social justice causes that they're trying to peddle and trying to manipulate us to believe that our behavior must match up with. She also believes that we need to be passive and silent in this time, but yet if it was a different cause that is more culturally popular, then we would be justified in that type of response. But because it's conservatives, we're not allowed to. Jesus came to bring a sword. He said that out of his own mouth, not peace, but a sword, to divide wheat and the chaff, to divide good and evil, to divide holiness from unholiness, and in that is there's going to be a division of people in the church. Which side are we going to be on? Are we going to go towards social justice causes that this Holy Post podcast touts, or are we going to move towards biblical righteousness and a full understanding of the full counsel of God that is taught from us from Scripture, and realize that it has nothing to do about what we do and everything about what He has done? And our response to engage in the spiritual war and save our community's souls from the pit of hell is somehow unjustified by this type of narrative, when in fact we are called to go into the world and preach the gospel, baptize and instruct people to obey all that God has commanded.